Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Let's Crack OPSC. I hope all of your preparation going well. Do follow our other current affair videos in this particular channel, and especially English and Odia videos. These are going to be very helpful for your preparation for main examination. And especially I urge all of you to do writing practice as much as you can. The more you will write, the better it will be for your main answer writing practice. The better practice you will do, the better performance you will make on the final day of examinations. And especially there is a famous saying in English, the more you bleed in peace, the less you bleed in war. That means the better practice you will do during this particular phase, the better result you will get in the final result. And especially in last video we had discussed about the planning part, and especially the Indian economy, and what are the various 5-year plans starting from 1951 onwards. And in today's discussion we will discuss about the rest of the planning portion. So let's start today's discussion. Indian economy, the 7th plan starting from 1985 to 90. The focus was on increase in national income, modernization of technology, continuous decrease in poverty and unemployment, population control through family planning. And these are the main focus areas of 7th 5-year plan. First one was increase in national income. Then modernization of technology. Whatever the technology existing in during that time, the focus of this particular 5-year plan is to modernize the technology. Then continuous decrease in poverty and unemployment, because there was a continuous focus of this particular 5-year plan in order to decrease the poverty as well as unemployment. When we will give the gainful employment to the youth. Say for example, what is gainful employment? Gainful employment is, say for example, somebody has done some technical degree and that particular person requires a particular job profile which is totally in relation to the kind of education he has already attained. So that is called as gainful employment. In order to have that, the 5-year plan has focused on reducing the unemployment. Then population control through family planning. Yes, until and unless we give a very big check on the population control, we are unable to attain the growth parameters in all sectors, in all segments of our development. Say for example, our population is increasing in geometric progression and we are not able to check our population, and especially the increased population is creating a burden on the existing infrastructure as well as resources. So what happens? It hampers the growth whatever we have desired. If our population are controlled, especially the high rate of population is controlled, then what happens? We can attain higher growth and other social sector parameters in which the developed nation are increasingly ahead of us. So we have to control, as a developing nation, our main focus has to be to control the population as soon as possible through awareness campaigns as well as making the various incentives giving to people by just like green card, means job as well as educational reservation kind of a thing. So that is very much important for population control. Then 8th plan. 8th plan is what? 1992 to 97. Focus is on modernization of industries was a major highlight. Focus was on modernization of industries, and the major highlight, rapid economic growth, high growth of agriculture and allied sectors. Rapid economic growth. The focus you can see it was totally corresponding to 1992 to 97. The economic LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization. You can see that this is the time 1992 to 97 was the time when our former Prime Minister was the Finance Minister during Narasimha Rao government. Narasimha Rao government was in the power that time, and Indian economy got means liberalized, globalized, means liberalization, privatization and globalization, LPG. These particular three things happened during 1992 to 97, in which India got liberalized its economy. India allowed foreign direct investment to come and invest in some of the strategically located sectors. So that is very important in this particular segment, and through rapid economic growth started during that time, and high growth of agriculture and allied sectors. There is high growth came in agriculture as well as allied sector. Whatever sector like food processing industry and other sectors got high growth. Then 9th plan, that is 1997 to 2002. Four important dimensions: quality of life, generation of productive employment, regional balance and self-reliance. 1997 to 2002, what were the main focus areas of this particular 5-year plan? It's the quality of life, generation of productive employment, very important. Then regional balance and self-reliance. What happens? Regional balance is very important. What happens? Some of the areas are increasing in a very fast rate because of the previously existing infrastructure, whereas other particular areas, they are not developing as per their full potential. So what happens? Even Odisha is also a particular area which is not being developing in the particular sector with its true potential. Whatever its Odisha's potential, Odisha is not has attained it. And you can see that this particular 5-year plan, the focus was on to develop areas just like Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, then Chhattisgarh. These are some of the less developed areas, and the focus was on in order to have a inclusive. It is not the India's growth. There are certain states which are the drivers of India's growth. You can see Gujarat, the industrially rich states. Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. These are the states which are driving India's growth. When these particular states grow, India's GDP also grows. So, if the other states which are very much lagging behind, if they are not taken into confidence as well as they are not being a participant of growth, then what happens? India's overall growth hampers. So this particular 5-year plan focused on, no, we will have an inclusive growth. Other states has to be equally developed, just like Gujarat, then Maharashtra, then Karnataka, then Tamil Nadu. This kind of a state, they also have to be developed like this. So coming to the 10th plan, 2002 to 2007, 20-point program, very important. 20-point program related to 10th plan. So you can relate 10 to 20. It is very easy to match. Then targeted GDP growth of 8%, reduction in gender gaps in literacy and wage rates by at least 50%. Reduction in gender gap. Gender gap is very important. As some of the places you can see the women are being disadvantaged, and we require the women workforce to be on par with the men workforce. Especially you can see the gender bias is especially though existing, we have to bridge the gap. As a bureaucrat, our main focus has to be to bridge the gender gap as soon as possible through policy intervention. Policy intervention is very important, though there are certain great schemes has started by central government as well as state government, but that is not reaching out to the really targeted beneficiaries. So you have to make policy implementation in the ground level in such a way that you have to make that reflect in the quality of life of women. Especially, so the 10th plan in 2002 to 7 is targeted reducing the gender gap. Then wage rates at least by raising the wage rates by up by 50%. What happens when you raise the wage rate? It increases the purchasing power of the common man. Providing gainful and high quality employment to addition to the labor force. High quality employment and gainful to the labor force. This is very important. Then reduction of poverty by 5%. The focus was reduction of poverty by 5%. 10th 5-year plan, reduction of poverty by 5%. Target was this. Then 11th plan, that is 2007 to 2012, accelerated GDP growth from 8% to 10%. You can see 2007 to 12 during the previous Manmohan Singh government. This was the time when you can see the global subprime crisis happened, especially after the fall of the Lehman Brothers in US. There was a financial crisis happened across the world, and especially United States and some of the nations of the Western Europe. So this is the time when Indian economy was booming in a very fast rate. China and India was booming very fast. So this is the time, accelerated GDP growth from 8% to 10%. Means while the rest of the world was very low growth, having only 2%, 3% growth, India was aiming for 8% to 10% growth. And that is 11th 5-year plan. That is, reduce the total fertility rate to 2.1%. Reduce the total fertility rate to 2.1%. That is also a replacement rate. Increase the agriculture growth to 4%. Increase the agriculture growth to 4%. That is very important. Then emphasize on social sector and delivery of service therein. Emphasize on social sector. When the economy is getting very booming, what happens? The government, there is so much of a revenue collection, and the government decides that in order to spend this, we will have to be giving it to the poor. Means social sector scheme like means 5 kg rice and other items, just like means unemployment support like Manrega. So increasing agriculture growth to 4%, emphasis on social sector delivery of service therein. Empowerment through education and skill development. Empowerment through education and skill development is very essential in today's time, where the government of India is taking all possible steps in form of Skill India, Digital India, Stand Up India, Startup India, so that there is employment generation in the economy, as well as there is skill is imparted in the youth, so that they can be employed and absorbed in the workforce. And now moving to the 12th 5-year plan, starting from 2012 to 2017. Focus on faster, sustainable and more inclusive growth. The focus is faster, then sustainable and more inclusive growth. That is very, very important. And Planning Commission replaced by Niti Aayog. Planning Commission is being replaced by Niti Aayog. Montek Singh Ahluwalia was the last deputy chairman of Planning Commission. Montek Singh, remember this? Montek Singh Ahluwalia was the last deputy chairman of Planning Commission, and who was the first vice chairman of deputy chairman of Planning Niti Aayog? It was Arvind Panagaria. And all 5-year plans are centralized and integrated economic programs. All this 5-year plan that we have studied today and till date is about integrated as well as centralized plans. So let's do a quick recap what we have studied today. 7th 5-year plan, 7 from 1985 to 1990. Focus: increase national income, modernization of technology, continuous poverty, unemployment and growth through family planning. 8th plan 92 to 97, modernization of industry, major highlight rapid economic growth, agriculture and allied sectors. 9th plan from 1997 to 2002, 4 dimension, quality of life, generation, productive employment, regional balance and self-reliance. 10th plan from 2002 to 2007, 20-point program, then targeted GDP growth of 8%, then providing the gainful employment as well as high quality employment, reduction of poverty by 5%. Then 11th 5-year plan, that is 2002 to 2007 to 2012, that is 11, accelerated growth from 8 to 10%, reduced total fertility to 2.1%, increase agricultural growth to 4%, emphasis social sector and delivery service therein, empowerment through education and skill development. 12th 5-year plan from 2012 to 2017, focus for sustainable and more inclusive growth. Planning Commission replaced by Niti Aayog. Montek Singh Ahluwalia was the last. So I hope all of you are following this kind of a informative series, and so that it will help you in your exam preparation. Do follow other videos of this particular channel, and if you are watching a video for the first time and have not subscribed our channel, do subscribe our channel. In this channel we are guiding people how to crack OPSC examination. Thank you very much.